Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. How's it going, everyone? Here we are in Harrisburg, doing some thrifting. Already stopped off at the first thrift store and picked up a couple items here. Should be a fun day. Should definitely be a fun day. I got this awesome mellow yellow t-shirt. I don't know, Kyle Elliott maybe? I don't know who drives the mellow yellow car. Very, very big logo, obnoxious. Very cool. Let's get into it. Alright, made it to thrift store number 2. Only spent like $3 at that first thrift store. So, kind of is what it is with that. Anything crazy over here? Any crazy sweatpants? Guess not. This might be Adidas. There's not much to it. This Penn State sweatshirt's been here forever. It is yellowed really bad up there, and there's a big yellow stain on the stomach over there. I did grab a couple. I think we're going to walk over here to the furniture, take a look around. Singer. Now what's the price on this one? $20. Got 20 on that. Got a nice footstool. $5. Lots and lots of couches. Wow. Massachusetts Swim and Dive. Look at that guy. I think that's the Minutemen. UMass. It's kind of interesting. What are these? Some local soccer teams. Jazz. Well, it's been a while since we found one of these. I'm actually sold out again. I think I did a check on them. I sold 115 Dare t-shirts over the past 4 years or 5 years. So I don't make a lot. This is $1.50. I think I sell them for like $8 or $10. But for some reason, I always sell them. What size? This is a small, and judging by its length, it probably has been worn too much because it still fits pretty long, especially for a small. So I will grab that. This is like a youth soccer jersey. I pass on these all the time. I actually just grabbed this off the rack that just came out. It's a Mitchell Ness. This thing is heavy. I think it's wool. Mitchell Ness, great brand. By far the premier brand in selling. It doesn't look like there's any flaws. It has a patch on the side. I have no way to figure out what the comparable prices of this, but I bet it's like probably $200 or $300 brand new. So I figured I'd grab it. It is $8. It's not my size either. It's for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but it doesn't look like there's any staining. There's really not that much toys here. Like that whole train set, but it kind of looks like it might be like a Walmart brand. Last time I did show the golf clubs, somebody said that I missed a really expensive putter, which was like called like a Benedenny or something. And I went back and actually watched it. I never even heard of the brand, and it was a Northwestern that they saw. It wasn't a Benny Denny or whatever it was, but it made me aware that there's another really good brand out there besides Scotty Cameron. I don't see many putters in here anyway, but mostly the Benedennys look like they were a black club face or a club head. So it's always good to learn more stuff, but not seeing much here. What is this? Melee bonding. No idea. These are like random things you find at a 101. Wait a second. That's the exact same printer I have. But I don't. How much is? I don't use my printer anymore because I use a label printer, but this is the exact same printer I have. And I know I buy the ink and it's like $8. This is probably expired. Doesn't even have an expiration date. Yeah, expired in 2017, January, February, March, April. So May of 2017. So it is expired. It usually still is good, but I have no purpose for this if I don't use that printer anymore. I used it once in the past 6 months or so. It's not gonna work. That's kind of crazy. You know how many inks I always come across, never find the one that I have. Lots and lots of Christmas stuff. Got a Sicko truck. Usually you find these kind of trucks in just the Hess ones. Sicko, it's missing the front wheel. I don't know if that's like a dually going on, not just a tire. Yeah, it is a dually going on, so they're missing the front tire. 2 of them, it looks like. Plastic. And lots of board games and puzzles. What are those? No, those look like Legos, but they're Crayola something another. Alright, so welcome back for a recap of today's portion. It's been a lot of fun. Came across a bunch of cool stuff. I did take a couple pieces out that I want to talk about. I still haven't checked this out on eBay or seen what it goes for. It's wool. It's made by Mitchell & Ness. Mitchell & Ness, I've talked about a lot, is probably the premium brand in terms of sports apparel. They make a lot of vintage throwback style stuff, but they're not actually authentic throwback or authentic vintage stuff. They are simply made within the last 5 or 10 years about that kind of style. So if you guys want like Michael Jordan rookie year basketball jersey, you're probably not going to find the authentic or a replica from that year, but Mitchell & Ness would be a kind of provider that would make those kind of jerseys. They make a lot of cool things, hockey jerseys as well, if you guys want any of the throwback hockey jerseys. So this is a huge score. The big thing about this is patience is key, right? And make sure you stick around, make sure you wait it out, make sure that you guys, you know, get there when the fresh inventory comes out, because this was still on the clothing rack about to go out. I saw it coming out. I saw the stripes on the side. I thought maybe it was like an umpire jacket. A lot of umpire jackets have these kind of stripes on the sleeve, right where the sleeve meets the shoulder. Mostly the inner line would be red. So this is Timberwolves colors. I thought it might also be a vintage Mavericks colors or a Seattle Seahawks. And maybe even Seattle Mariners, but it was a Timberwolves jacket. I expect to sell this for a lot. It's not the best team, but Minnesota is a northern team, a northern state. So this is something that somebody would wear in Minnesota. And the other thing that I picked up that I want to talk about was this awesome vintage t-shirt. Really has like no, I don't know, saying to it. It's like old Pepsi cans on it. Oh, well, that shows up. I don't know. It's some like party shirt, but it is a throwback. It's from 91, 92. And it's that vintage color that everyone likes from the 90s. Great color scheme. The big thing with this is something that sells perfectly on Etsy, but will not sell perfectly on eBay. There's no subject matter to it. It is a certain style. There's no great name to it. One thing I noticed with Etsy is you kind of need the style to sell. You don't necessarily need the brand name, so something like a vintage Seahawks sweatshirt with a logo on it, like a Seahawk logo or whatever it might be, would sell best on Etsy as opposed to eBay, where eBay's more about the brand name. So if you guys are trying to kind of diversify, you know, what you're selling and understand, hey, why is he selling this kind of stuff? I can't sell it on eBay. It's because there's a different market for every avenue. I'm not saying you can't sell brand names on Etsy, but eBay is more point blank, point A to point B, very cut and dry, what it sells and what doesn't sell. Etsy is more just, it is what it is. So this is something that would be great to go on there if you guys want to sell on Etsy. Styles sell very, very well, not necessarily brand names. But overall, it was another fun day. It was fun to get out to Harrisburg, and it was fun to kind of get around. It's about 4:30 right now. I'm going to plug away and try to get a couple more things listed, and then I'm going to sit down and edit a video and grab some dinner. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more thrifting videos just like this, definitely subscribe for future videos. As always, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.